Welcome to a video on structural design and drawing 3. Today's agenda is to solve an example on the loss due to friction. This is based on a GATE 2020 question. Let us go through the statement. A concrete beam of span 15 meter, 150 mm wide and 350 mm deep is pre-stressed with parabolic cable as shown in the figure, which is not drawn to the scale. Coefficient of friction for the cable is 0.35 and coefficient of wave effect is 0.0015 per meter. If the cable is tensioned from one end only, the percentage loss round off to one decimal place in the cable force due to friction is. This was a 2 marks question in GATE 2020 examination. So let us note the given data. The span of the beam is 15 meter. So L equal to 15 meter. Width of the beam is 150 mm. The depth of the beam is D equal to 350 mm. The cable profile is parabolic. The eccentricity at support is minus 50 mm and eccentricity at midspan is 70 mm. The negative sign for the eccentricity at support indicates the eccentricity is above the centroidal axis. The coefficient of friction for cable is mu equal to 0.35 and the coefficient of friction for wave effect is K equal to 0.0015 per meter. The objective is to determine the percentage loss in cable force due to friction. As per IS 1343-2012, loss due to friction is given by loss is equal to P0 minus P0 into e raised to minus mu alpha plus Kx, where P0 is the initial pre-stressing force, mu is the coefficient of cable friction, alpha is the angle between the tangents drawn at the section under consideration. K is the coefficient of friction for wave effect and x is the distance from the tensioning end to the section under consideration. The equation of the parabola is y is equal to 4h upon L square into x into L minus x. So if we draw the beam and which is simply supported, the one end of the beam, the cable is anchored at one end and is being pulled from the other end. So if you consider this parabolic cable as an inverted parabola, at the tensioning end can be considered as a origin. So towards right is a positive x-axis and downward as a positive y-axis. And if we join the tensioning and the anchored end, we get the reference line. Now in the equation of parabola, this h refers to the distance between the highest origin and the lowest point. So which will be 50 the eccentricity at support plus 70 the eccentricity at midspan, total 120 mm. If we consider any point on the parabola, its distance x and y are related by the formula y equal to 4h upon L square x into L minus x. Let us find out the angle alpha between the tangents. So if we draw a tangent to the cable profile at the tensioning end and a tangent to the cable profile at the anchored end, the angle between these two tangents is the angle alpha. We cannot directly determine the angle alpha, so we determine it indirectly. What we do is we draw a tangent to the cable profile at the midspan. Being symmetrical, the tangent at midspan is horizontal. The angle between the tangent at the tensioning end and the horizontal tangent drawn at the midspan, let's say, is angle theta. Now, as the profile of the cable is symmetrical about midspan, the angle between the tangent at midspan and the tangent drawn at the anchored end is also theta. And using trigonometry, we can say that alpha is equal to 2 theta. The cable is being tensioned from one end only and one end is anchored, so there will be a loss of pre-stress due to friction from tensioning end to the anchored end. Therefore, the distance x shall be 15 meter, that is the length of the beam. Now, the equation of parabola is y equal to 4h upon L square x into L minus x. If we differentiate the equation with respect to x, we get the slope of the tangent as dy by dx equal to 4h upon L square into L minus 2x. Now at the tensioning end, x is equal to 0. Therefore, slope of the tangent at support is 4h upon L square into L minus 2 into 0, which is 4h upon L. Now, if you put the value of h and L, we get the slope of the tangent at support equal to 0.32. Now the angle theta is equal to slope of tangent at support minus slope of tangent at midspan. So we get theta equal to 0.32 radian. Because for a small angle, tan theta can be considered to be equal to theta. Therefore, the angle alpha is, which is 2 theta, becomes 0.064 radian. If we put the values in the equation for loss, we get, which is P0 minus P0 e raised to minus mu alpha plus kx, we get the loss is equal to P0 into 0.0439. Now for the percentage loss can be calculated as percentage loss equal to the loss divided by the initial pre-stress into 100. So percentage loss is 4.39%. That is the required answer.